The Falls Count Everywhere podcast would like to mention our friends at the following. We Talk Wrestling. For the one stop you need for the most intriguing stories and headlines, and info on independent shows in multiple regions, We Talk Wrestling has you covered. Subscribe to Facebook's #1 interactive community for professional wrestling today. Pro wrestling on Tuesdays are a blast with the Wrestle Talk podcast. Join the Night Owl, DJ Big Sexy, Luke Roberts, The Alpha, Jay Wade, Nightmare Jones, and many others as they bring you the hottest takes on the major circuits, showcase interviews with various indie stars, and the only place to get news on the most popular fantasy wrestling promotion, the FWWC. Catch them every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central. Find all of their media outlets on their website at WrestleTalkPodcast.com.
Before each and every show, we like to remind our audience that freedom is never free, and all of us should be grateful to those who lay it all on the line. To all our first responders, military, and volunteers that help our nation every day, we love you and appreciate the sacrifices you make to protect all of us.
Get ready for episode number 139 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast, as Rough Cut Rick Ruby and the Gem City Mouth Zmiz welcome Guido of Illinois Elite Wrestling and Austin Cage of We Talk Wrestling to discuss and debate the 7 luckiest people to ever have a career in a major wrestling company. This podcast is scheduled for 1 episode, where falls count everywhere.
And good evening, everybody. It is time to party on this Sunday for sure. That's right, everybody. It is episode number 139 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. We're glad that you're here watching and joining us here as well. And make sure you're sharing the show if you're out there watching. Make sure we're on, of course, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at Falls Count Everywhere, of course, on X at FCE Podcasting. We're all streaming live right now as we speak.
Right meow.
Right meow. Exactly. So I am Rough Cut Rick Ruby here on the left, and of course to the right, the Gem City Mouth Zmiz. And man, boy, what just another crazy weekend. And also, like I said, we're it's on St. Patty's Day, so we're going to be doing a little fun thing here tonight. Of the 7 luckiest people to have a career in the WWE or any other major promotion that we see fit. And of course, we're all going to have our opinions and discussion. And that's where we're at here tonight. So Z, I got to ask, man, where's your green at? And don't tell me it's in a bowl. You're ready to smoke it. So
I mean, that too. Little happy trees. No. So right here. I got a Voltron tattoo, bro. I always have green with me, as one of my fine members today at Sam's Club pointed out. I had this little kid come to me because I had purple shirt on today, right? And he's like, "You got your green on, sir?" And I'm like, "No, I actually don't." His mom goes, "You got green in your tattoo?" And he's like, "Dang it, he always has green with him." It was awesome.
Well, shoot, yeah. So yeah, we've had So you and I have had a crazy week, and especially over a crazy weekend, and even came to the part of so yesterday. You and I gaming. You know my whole situation, how I got my PlayStation, and the whole, all the accessories I had gotten with it. Well, one of those accessories I had actually broken.
What'd you break?
I broke my headset, kinda. I broke the microphone stem off from it, and so it had broken away to where it would snap back on. So I'm like, okay. So now I went up to Amazon, and I get this monstrosity thing here today. So this is a Bluetooth, and guess what? if I want to worry about it, not to break this stem here, yeah, no problem. Well, no problem.
You're gonna
No
break
problem.
it again.
See, I just said it off.
You're gonna
Have to
break
worry
it
about
again.
doing that. Yeah, look, thanks, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
He's calling you out, bro.
Yeah, I know. I didn't say it was perfect. Damn it! I never said it was. But either way, I mean, we've had a busy weekend here too. I mean, unfortunately, you had gotten a little bit of downtime and wasn't feeling good yesterday. You did not make IAW.
No.
And you barely did anything. You
I
just
literally woke up at 5:30. I woke up. I threw up once, and text Alan like, "Dude, I'm not gonna make it," and then went back to sleep. And I did not budge until like 5:30 in the afternoon.
You're 2 hours away. You hit him at 5:30. Bell time's at 6.
I felt like crap, dude. My kids. The luxury of having 4 kids is this. Right? Here's the luxury, the simple thing that nobody told anyone. When you have 4 kids, one person's going to get sick. And then it just goes from the next person to the next person. By the time you get to the last person, the first person that got sick is getting re-sick because it's just stuck in the house, man. We have to like deep clean. It's just crazy. It's crazy. So Mia got me sick.
Oh, lovely. Well, I think I just now got over my little congestion thing. It was very light, and I think it's worked its way through vitamins and all that. And it wasn't that severe, but I got through it for the most part, so it's good. Yeah, man. So I mean, so that's kind of our weekend here. We're on St. Patty's Day. No, I've not had green beer. I've actually had a pretty busy day today. I've had to work, and also work even to the point of we had some. It's not midnight yet, but those gremlins seem to work into our system somehow for our guests and for us and for me trying to produce like videos. And I thought I had added them, and I clicked the add button, and apparently I left the page thinking that it was going to finish. Nope, didn't finish. And
just our style, man. It's just our style.
Yeah. Wouldn't be until we're flying by the seat of our pants. That's all we do every week.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with that. So before we get into this here, we're going to get into our discussions here with a few things. And of course, we got some great content here for you coming up here tonight. And we've got some exciting guests. Conspicuous by his absence, though, is GQ. GQ is on assignment. He didn't specify where, so it tells me it's not anything related to the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. So yet another personal day for GQ. So thanks, buddy, for not being here. Anyway, so
do I get that? Do I get that response when I'm here?
Let's say no, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. No, you do not. So, and I will not elaborate. But moving on, though, we've got one that's dropped out, but we've got 2 other people who are going to be joining us here this evening. And of course, the first guy who has been here before is from We Talk Wrestling, part of that whole break-in. You guys are
one of my boys, man.
You guys are still hoodlums in my book. And
one
here's
of my
one
boys
right here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Austin Cage here to the panel. Yeah, hooray. You know how to break into a studio. Good for you. Okay, awesome. Okay. And then our other guy, fresh off from last night's show with Illinois Elite Wrestling in Granite City. And we're going to get into that to just a touch here. And then also for our discussion here tonight, and here for the first time, I believe, on the Falls Count Everywhere podcast, please welcome the one, the only, that's the Guido, everybody.
The Guido!
Yeah. Everything to know.
I'd like to thank you guys for having me on here finally. And I would also like to thank GQ for not being here.
Okay, yeah, that...
We love the GQ.
Oh, I'm still gonna get it. I don't care. Um,
It'll be worth it.
Just pay
But
attention to
anyway.
your phone.
Oh, someone's taking shots already here. Better, better ratings. Oh, nice. So happy St. Patrick's Day once again to everybody here. It looks like I'm the only one sporting wearing green, I should say.
Oh, I got the green, baby. I got the green.
There were just ones, dude. You were hanging out where GQ likes to go.
Oh gosh. Please tell me you got those ones from a bank. That's all I'm gonna say.
Actually from a convenience store, but close enough.
Next to a strip club. Anyway.
No, it was not next to the strip club. It was across the street. Get it right.
Well,
Hey,
Dave, you
Dean.
know I'm a heel.
Like I said, Dean's here. Hey, Dean, thanks for hanging out again. Of course, Herb Simmons, Brent's here. Of course, Nate Wade, also part of We Talk Wrestling. Of course, you're probably taking great pride in that break-in as well, but I digress. So let's get into because last night around here there was a couple big shows and really some great turnouts here. I'm going to pan to Guido here because we pushed a lot here with Illinois Elite Wrestling with this Lotus Scramble match last night. So kind of give us the lowdown once again, and then kind of let us know who were the lucky participants at the end of that match.
Okay, well, basically, the Locus of Control Scramble match, we had 8 IEW wrestlers participating for 3 contracts. These were in randomly placed in envelopes. The first 3 wrestlers to score a fall received those contracts. We did have a little bit of controversy because the final fall was actually a knockout on the outside of the ring. So we've got IEW board of directors looking into that. But the lucky winners of those contracts were Ryan the Hooligan, Damian Blackwell, and Jake Prater returning to Illinois Elite Wrestling. And now I'd like to say more about it, but I'd like to give that away when everybody can tune in to Illinois Elite Wrestling's YouTube channel.
Okay, all right. And
So
of course, Brandon Espinoza was there last night defending the IEW Midwest title. And how did that go?
It was kind of interesting because he defended the title against Akbar, period. Everybody pretty much thought it was just going to be like a handshake deal and he'd lay down. No, not so much. They had a very hard-fought match. And Jody Ultra, the former champion, made his presence felt again and has made his intentions known that he's looking to get back what he lost in February.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet, because I mean, when you're a former champion, you've got that burn to find a way to get a rematch and get that back somehow. Whether if you feel you've been cheated or if you just flat out lost, you feel you need to give the effort again. The gold is very addicting. Yes, it is. I've had it many times in my career and know what that's like. So
yeah, exactly. I was about to say, if anyone would know, it would be the rough cut Rick Ruby.
Yeah. I'd like to have some gold, but it's all right. I've got a piece of my own, a very special piece of my own that I will always have. So I'm good with that. And of course, PT Beckham in the house.
He had a very elaborate entrance. Came out full Irish regalia. Facing a very tough test at Heath Hatton, and I'm not going to lie, those guys took each other to the limit. It's easy for me to describe when I'm right there, but it's just all I can say is I can't wait till these matches go up on the YouTube channel so that everybody can see how hard hitting that match was.
Awesome, right? Like I said, just follow Illinois Elite Wrestling on YouTube, and eventually down the road they will get some of that content up there, and for you all to see. But it's from what I understand, it was a packed house last night, and it's great to see everybody getting out there, and it's great that wrestling is making a thriving and successful flow. at least right here in the Midwest, and it's just going to a lot of promotions, and it's good. I mean, God, and PT Beckham and Heath Hatton, yes, that I bet you that was a good, definitely a good showcase. So,
Well, I had
uh,
only known Heath Hatton by reputation alone. Believe me, he lives up to the hype.
yeah,
PT Beckham had a
oh
fight on
yeah,
his hands for the heavyweight title.
yeah. So Heath Hatton has been around, so that's there's definitely no question there. So,
Look who look who's saying hi.
yeah, who's this Tim guy?
Yeah.
Weirdo. I don't know. Anyway, so that was IEW in Granite City, Illinois, and that will be nice this week. Uh, so ACW, American Championship Wrestling, where I was at, and so if y'all were here last week, I was the nice host. Of course, I like to do business here when it comes to being the podcast, showcasing talent, and everything else. I'd love to give everybody fair shake that I can, because you know, that's just the way I am. That's the way that I would like to project, and that's how I built this podcast, and I'm going to keep doing that. But let's just say that I am a different animal when I know that I'm on the show and I'm on the card. And I get into the building when I see that ring. When it's bell time, I am a completely different animal.
What did you do?
Well, just the main event. Well, apparently was presented. He had a title shot against Xavier Frost last night. And the whole thing is that he was basically Frost's sidekick, and he had earned this opportunity. Frost wanted him to give it up. So, like I said, just the main event, he was discovered through here on the podcast. We pushed him to ACW. He trained through the dojo, the Skull Canyon. Was the first partner. His first match was tagging with me. He decided to jump on board the Lifetime Express. I get injured, and I screwed that up. Anyway, and so he's worked his way up, and he's finally got his opportunity. So I come out there and I plead a case, not knowing that I talked a little business with Xavier Frost before the show started, and I set Justin main event up and I jumped him. So,
Bro! What? You dirty
yeah. So I don't know.
respect.
Like I said, gold's addicting. I think right now that maybe I think Justin needed to learn the lesson that sometimes bridges get burned, whether it be in the business, and sometimes it happens. But
So when we were having the interview last week, did you know? Like you knew?
no,
Did you have a hint? You're gonna I want to stab this guy.
no, I had an open contract actually. Even going into last week, so I had no opponent that I had on the books until someone picked it up last minute in the middle of the day. So I took on the old honky tonk legend Rockin' Rick, and somebody actually cried out that I was being charged with elderly abuse by beating this guy. So
Oh, poor
I
honky
had to
tonk.
do everything in my power to ignore that. Um, but either way, let's just say that he got out of the way of my leg drop and went for his guitar, and I decided I want no part of it, and I just walked out, and I just took the count out loss. So,
No El Kabong for you.
dude, I'm sorry. After getting hit in the back of the head 4 weeks ago in St. Clair, and I still have a little bit of a small contusion where I got hit, wondering if I'm not taking a chance with a guitar.
No, fair enough. I'm just saying.
I don't care if the strings were out. When I see strings off the guitar, and I know that he's not there to I mean, unless he's trying to do like some type of fake guitar competition, but he's there to use it. So I said no. But bottom line is history was made last night twice. And it's all because of Xavier Frost and myself and a group of individuals that we have formed. So we have new tag team champions.
Okay.
So Brian James and Mark Morgan lost the titles, and the new champions are Zero Tolerance, which is Roadblock, and Striker under the guidance of Xavier Frost and yours truly.
You dirty bastard.
And last night, Zero Tolerance got involved in the ladies match, and the new ACW ladies champion is Judy Azul. So we've got a nice little group going.
Well, it's
And whether
good to see you
love
came
me-
to the dark side.
if you don't like me in the ring, sorry. I mean, I hate booze fuel the fire. Booze fuel the fire. So you want to keep booing me, you want to keep. Oh, and by the way, for the first time in like ever, toward the end of the night, even when I went to the main event or to the championship match, I was involved in a lot last night, and I had fans pushing on the guardrails to get to me. And it was kind of in a small space, and I couldn't walk through, and they're pushing the guardrails trying to hit me. But they were right there, and they were swinging at me. In fact, someone struck me last night. So I started kicking guardrails back. And let me tell you, let me tell you guys, I understand I make some people mad during the show, but if you come across that guardrail, I'm telling you right now as a wrestler, it's fair game. If you get your ass beat, it's your fault. So don't do it. I'm telling you right now, when it comes to me, don't do it because you will lose. I don't care who you are. You will lose. I'm just saying. Don't do it.
Here's
Pay your ticket, boo. Do whatever you want. You know, if you don't like me, great. Just boo me, but don't take a swing at me. Don't try to kick me because it's not going to end well. All right. And you don't want the police involved, which we didn't go that far, but you know, it's like I told him, like, get back or else you're getting kicked out. So there you go.
I've had that happen to me.
I mean that doesn't work. I mean, I'm sure that the yellow nylon tape and rope back in the days probably would have worked a lot better, but you know.
Yeah,
you got to have guardrails in Missouri. In some places, it's mandatory, like Cedar Hill, Missouri. So,
well, I've had that happen to me. Like a guy, I was wrestling one of my friends, and the next thing you know, guy tries to jump over the guardrail because I ripped his son's sign, and dude can't even make it over the guardrail. He took a swing at me, and then he just tried to get over the guardrail. He fell back over into his seat. People just need to stop. They know they can't do it.
Yeah. Well, when it gets late in the night and alcohol's involved, they feel they're invincible. And you know.
Oh yeah.
You're not? Come on.
I mean, it just reminds me of this. One time I saw a flyer taped to a ring post. It said, you know, for insurance reasons and personal safety, please don't get into the ring and assault wrestlers. And besides, you don't want 20 wrestlers coming out of the back to beat your ass. So
that's a lot to read on a ring post.
Yeah, it was.
They almost have to go beyond the barricade to get up there to read it. So, that makes no sense.
Yeah, why is Grandpa climbing over the barricade? I'm trying to read the flyer.
I can't read it. I got to get up closer. Let me jump this guardrail. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Yes. Yes, we know. Yes, we know. All right. But man, let me we got a lot to talk about here tonight. We've got a lot going on. And apparently my soundboard wants to do its own thing. Excuse me.
The heck?
Hey,
I mean, that's how I feel about we're going to talk about the next topic.
It sounded like
say, all right, days of our lives.
Deep Thoughts with Rick Ruby. That's what you get. That's what you get, Austin. We're gonna spit that water. That's what you get.
We're going to take it down now.
Wow.
I'm just glad it didn't go everywhere.
That's great. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. All right, so I'm going to get this all set up, guys. So let's kind of talk about our first bit of business here. And so big business this is. So, yeah, look at this, guys. Right here, it is official. All the rumors and smack talk is done with. So Mercedes
I think it just started.
is all elite. Mercedes Moné is all elite right here. So
Oh God.
I mean, really?
Are we all really in a unanimous decision on this?
Like, if we could put this as like, a dating web swipe, I'm swiping left.
Right. Guido, what's your take on this?
Oh, all right. Who wants to say it?
Who cares?
Tony Khan wasted more money.
Yeah, that's obvious, bro.
Okay. I know we're
Okay.
and I'm gonna elaborate. He's looking for that needle mover. He's been trying to find the needle mover, and now he thinks he's found the needle mover in the women's division, and nothing could be farther from the truth. I'm sorry. Her promo was as plastic as her appearance when she came in on Wednesday night. She was as fake and as phony as possible, and then coming Willow Nightingale at the end from Julia Hart and Sky Blue. I'm sorry. I know they had 10,000 in attendance. It was a good night fiscally for All Elite Wrestling, but you want a metric of how much she's going to change things for AEW? Within the first 12 hours, there was 8 million views of her debut.
Yeah.
Which was less than half of Adam Copeland's debut and 5 times less than the debut of One Chick Magnet Punk.
This is on AEW site, right?
This was on their YouTube, their social media. Yeah,
Right.
8 million views compared to 21 million views compared to 41 million views.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, and I didn't think about any of this at all because I know they've been pushing this particular event of Dynamite last week as big business, Boston, Massachusetts, where I'd never put anything together about the CEO gimmick she's got, and then her hometown of Boston, Massachusetts, which, by the way, these big appearances usually end up in the superstar's hometown, which I should have known by now. It's like, and I kept feeling like, what is so special about this big business?
The 2 S's in Boston when they announced it should have been a dead giveaway.
Oh, with the money sign, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But the thing I like about the ranks, though,
CEO.
Yeah,
sorry,
all of Boston chanting.
Terrible. It was terrible.
I know. I know. Oh yeah, because it's in her music of chanting. CEO.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that was a good move, but that was everything after that.
Oh, 100%. And let's be honest here. Okay, so we're all critical. Like, I literally went to We Talk Wrestling and said everybody's favorite dumpster fire is All Elite. Like, I'm not a fan of her. Never been a fan of her. Can't stand her. But somebody that went to AEW that I never really found attention to was Toni Storm, and she's changed her career around and made me really enjoy her character now and what she's doing and developing. So I'll hold out. I'll hold out and see what she does here. But I'm sorry, I don't want to see. She already ruined it for me when she stepped over on Willow. Man, she had to come out and save Willow. Come on, Willow's way cooler than you. And then if she goes and toe to toe with Red Velvet and Red Velvet takes a pin, I'm gonna be pissed. Like, there were some of my girls, man, there. Like, I don't want her to outshadow other people. If it works, it works. I'm happy for her fans that you have one of your favorites. The little girl crying on the couch because she showed up, that was awesome. If you haven't seen that video, it's on We Talk Wrestling. Like, I'm all for that, but this does not make me go, oh, I'm going to watch AEW over WWE or even NXT, TNA, OVW. There's so much wrestling right now. You're not what you think you are. Sorry, Sasha. Or, sorry, Mercedes.
Honestly, Cage, are you a fan of this move at all?
No, not even a little bit. But the only good I saw coming out of that was they showed a glimpse of Bayley being up in the upper stands. That's about as good as it got for me on that. But
There you
but
go.
like that was like about another thing with them is like they could actually look around the arena with all the cameras and not see empty seats. That's about as far as they got because they was in Boston and she was there. That's the only reason why they did it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't see nothing past it because she was overrated like heck. Yeah, about the only good match she ever had was like her and Charlotte had good matches.
Her
Other
and
than that-
Bailey's matches were amazing.
Yeah.
If she was hanging out with Bailey,
take over Brooklyn. Yeah,
Take over Brooklyn 2.
yeah.
Can I
If she was hanging,
I don't
no,
remember
no,
which one.
you can't finish. And if she's hanging out with Bailey when they were doing the tag team, that stuff was good. But otherwise, her by herself, like she's garbage. Continue now.
They have good matches with her and Charlotte. I don't give a damn what you say.
No, I agree. I love Charlotte.
But then I was gonna go to Bailey after I was so rudely interrupted by all you sons. Never mind, I can't say the other word.
It's nothing personal, Austin. I swear.
But there was one person who really liked this move, and it was it was her. Never mind.
That was it.
So,
and I mean, she looks like some kind of like possessed frog in that picture. I'm sorry.
Why does she look like someone took a Sharpie to their Cardi B doll?
Yeah, there you
good
go.
look. What's up with this hair styling with Naomi, Trinity, and so? Like they're like printing signs in their hair. It's like,
Hey, more power to him, man.
oh my goodness.
This is why I'll never understand fashion.
More power to him.
It's all weaves anyways. I don't care.
There you go.
I mean, I could have something like that if I wanted, like an old lime bullet,
Those poor
have
horses.
LTX in black. Let's go.
An all-line bullet.
I'm making him die over here.
Dude, I want somebody in the chats to find that, make that, and send that to you as a gift. That'd be hilarious.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see. 2K24 just recently came out. Want somebody to make a character with me having a big lime mullet and then put LTX in my hair. Let's see if you can do that.
Come on, internet, get to it.
And he has to be doing a moonsault.
Oh my god, I'm doing a moonsault. Yeah. Right. Of course. Right. Well, I'll tell you what.
I'm curious to see how it turns out. I really am. Like, all joking aside, all bashing aside, I really am curious as how it turns out. And that's just where I'm at with wrestling right now. Like, even the things I could care less about, I'm still going to put a little time and effort into watching and being like, okay, let's see how this goes. Let's see if I really disappointed in this, or hey, you could surprise me. So.
Right, exactly.
I'm telling Tony Storm surprised me. So like, I never got why people were so like, oh, Tony Storm's amazing. She's such a good wrestler, because like I never saw it. I'm like, okay, she's okay. Like, she's an okay competitor. But besides that, now with this whole Tony Storm with the
Timeless Tony Storm.
Yeah, the timeless stuff. Like, she's killing that stuff, dude. Whatever she's doing is what everybody in AEW needs to be doing. Like, they really need to figure out who they need to be as a character and bring that to the TV, because she adds so much to her matches just having that gimmick. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If Mercedes can do it, she can do it. And if she can win me over, I will literally say she win me over. But until then, she's a dumpster fire.
The only thing that really downs me about Mercedes, okay, because I know how she is when it comes to fan interaction. And I'm not talking about this whole thing that went viral. I'm talking about even when at live shows when she was a face back in 2016, where everybody loved her. She danced around everybody, doing her little sway slides and all this other garbage she does, whatever, when she enters and leaves, whatever she does. She did not touch a fan's hand, did not give a hug, didn't high five, didn't sign anything. She basically like tried to avoid touching anybody and just let everybody. She acted like the golden calf of wrestling. Like, you can look at it, but you can't touch,
Yeah,
it's like, whatever, bro. I mean, I don't know. And it's just, I think her demeanor towards the fans is rotten. And until she can change her attitude and I see something positive out of this and actually greet fans, hug fans, shake their hands, give high fives, whatever, do more for the fans, then I'll start becoming a fan and stop acting like a freaking snooty snob like I know that you are right now. So yeah.
What was actually
we know the reasons why you left WWE. You dragged Naomi underneath the bus with that one, and you freaking stuck with it. now finally it took you 2 years to finally get a contract for somebody to be gullible enough to take you in. So don't mess it up. That's all I got to say on that one.
So it wouldn't shock me if she does mess it up.
Hey,
Well-
you know what? It is. Maybe she can get somebody pissed off about going through some fake glass. Maybe she get on Tony Storm about that. Who knows?
Well, she is like I was going to say at that point, she is the reigning defending champion of biting the hand that feeds her. So it's like I said, I know money was spent to get her there. I know things were it's either she's going to be that needle mover that AEW's women's division has severely needed, or she's gonna once again be another,
dumpster fire.
Let's give her 6
Dumpster fire.
Honestly, let's give it to November, because there's going to be a lot of hype going into All In. In London, they're going to love wrestling no matter what comes in that freaking Wembley Stadium. So they're going to have a hot show there. Then they're going to come back to the States and they're going to go cold again. And then there's going to be nothing that's going to move that needle. So you give it to November, and then Tony's going to be itching his ridiculous haircut of what did he do to spend all that money again, and his dad's pissed at him yet again. So whatever.
Well, if they keep on wasting money, why don't they do it like they did in 2020 with WWE, and they put like those fake plastic people in the seats to make it look like somebody's sitting in there, and they put that all around the stadium where they ain't got people there.
Hey, Tony Khan wants to waste money. I could use some. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I'll say it just to say an AEW's better than WWE if you're gonna give me money.
Yeah,
I believe it.
It's wonderful that we.
Dude, yes. With the hair.
What?
Put the hair on a dumpster fire.
That's right. That's
sorry.
Crusher, good seeing you, man. Thanks for tuning in. So we're going to.
But I know you're saying give it to November. I'm saying October. I say in October she's with Tony Khan with a box from Mindy's Bakery, and I think everyone knows where I'm going with that.
Right, and she's not happy. We're gonna start seeing some backlash or whatever. 2024 is give it to October, because November is gonna be crazy enough in 2024 being the year of voting. So we'll just leave it at that. So anyway, guys, we have a shorter reel for you this week for upcoming shows. It's going to be about 2 minutes 45 seconds, something like that. You need to grab a drink or something like it's not going to be 2 hours. Not that I pulled that crap last week. It was like 3 hours. No. So we're going to have the short reel for you. Come right back. We've got a lot more to come up, especially more news announced with WrestleMania, and then we're going to get into the heart and soul of our show tonight with the luckiest careers in wrestling. So hang tight. We'll be right back, and we'll continue on with the fun, guys. So see you here in a bit.
Check out these great shows and appearances coming to a city near you. Saturday, March 23rd, World League Wrestling comes to the Harley Race Arena in Troy, Missouri as they present Clash of Champions 5. For the first time ever in the house that Harley Race built, the stars of WLW will collide in a battle with the stars of the National Wrestling Alliance, which includes a showdown between WLW Heavyweight Champion Superstar Steve Fender and NWA World Heavyweight Champion EC3. Doors open at 6 p.m. and bell time is at 7 p.m. For information on ticket availability and to purchase in advance, visit HarleyRace.com. For Hands Brewing Company presents Wrestling at the Grandel, located at 3610 Grandel Square on Sunday, March 24th. Doors open at 3 p.m. with a bell time of 4 p.m. Jake Something, Judy Lynn Ramsey, Benjamin Trust, and many other wrestling megastars are scheduled to be in action. Your featured attraction is a 6-man cash-out ladder match where the winner receives a title shot at the time and place of their choosing. Ticket prices range from $25 to $100. To get your tickets in advance, search for Grandel Wrestling at MetroTix.com. Friday, March 29th, St. Louis Anarchy comes back to the House of Anarchy located at 405 East 4th Street in Alton, Illinois as they present Battle of Spalding 2. Doors open for the pre-event party at 6 p.m. and the main card starts at 7 p.m. One of your featured matches is for the Destination Championship as Davey Vega defends the title against Anakin Murphy. For more information on other matches and to buy tickets in advance, visit stlanarchy.com. Saturday, March 30th, IWA Productions returns to the IWA Event Center located at 521 Perkins Street in Mount Vernon, Illinois as they present the Mount Vernon Rumble. Your main event of the evening is the Mount Vernon Rumble, where the winner of that match will be crowned the new IWA Productions Heavyweight Champion. Doors open at 6 p.m. with a bell time of 7 p.m. Door ticket prices are $12 for front row and $7 for general admission. Save $2 by purchasing them in advance at the Ringside Buffet. Don't miss it! Saturday, April 6th, Southern Illinois Championship Wrestling comes back to the Belle Claire Fairgrounds in Belleville, Illinois. Doors open at 6 p.m. with a bell time of 7 p.m. Your main event of the evening pits the International Bounty Hunter, Attila Khan, with Stephen E. in his corner as he faces Belleville's own Bobby D. Reserve your seats for this great event by going to sicw.org or by calling 618-286-4848. Also, keep your ticket stub from this show to attend the SICW All-Star Wrestling Show tapings located at 823 State Street in East Carondelet, Illinois the following day on Sunday, April 7th. Tapings start at noon. Remember, fans, without you in the seats, there is no wrestling. Make sure you make plans to attend these shows, and we'll see you at ringside.
All right, man, that's going to be a hot show coming up this coming Saturday. World League Wrestling versus the NWA. Wow.
That's going to be a hot one.
Superstar Steve versus EC3, man. Talk about a gem of a match that's going to happen Saturday.
Man, that one has my heartstrings pulled. Because I am still an EC3 fan. Like, I still like EC3, even though for some reason every time he gets to WWE, he comes with Chode. But
yeah,
he's still one of my favorite like guys. I don't know. I really like the stuff he did in TNA. So, and Steve, man, what can you say about Steve Fender?
Yeah, and then of course the former WLW champion, and of course also current former NWA World Heavyweight Champion Trevor Murdoch will be in attendance as well as it's not mentioned there, but also going to be in it on the show or at the show is former WWE NXT star, which is now back to her original local indie name of Cameron Burnett, formerly Amari Miller. So she will be there as well. And, it was going to be a Moscow. I got word yesterday that they were going to be in Moscow Mills at the Tri-County Sports Arena, but apparently there's been a booking situation where that was not available on that day, and they're going to move it back to the Harley Race Arena in Troy. So they're selling tickets quick, and there may not even be room to even go to the show if you're trying to walk in the door. So
holy cow.
HarleyRace.com, people who are still thinking about going, you better make sure that those tickets are available there. So anyway, let's get on here to our next bit of business here. So which is, I'm going to turn this back on here, guys. So at the Raw this past Monday night in that gauntlet, Sami Zayn came in at the he toughed it out. I think beating the last three opponents, I believe.
Yep.
And I had my money on either Sammy or Chad, and Chad Gable came in at the end, and boy, I didn't know where it was going to go, Z, if Sammy was going to get it or not. But here's what we got here. So now that we've got Sammy versus Gunther, do you see Gunther retaining, or do you think Sammy's going to pull the miracle like he did last year?
So we're in the situation now. I love Sammy, okay? But it is a fact. Everybody wanted him to win, last year going into Elimination Chamber, wanted to win the title from Roman Reigns, and everybody was firmly behind him, right? He had so much momentum up to this. And the internet's right, in my opinion, on this somewhat, is that Chad should have been the guy to go against Gunther. And take the title. That's how it should have went. But at the same time, you got to look what Sammy put in and how Sammy's over and stuff. And let's say they do this and they don't, take to Sammy very well. I love bad guy Sammy. So at the end of the day, I'm okay with it still because I could get a heel version of Sammy and enjoy the heck out of that because he's fun as a bad guy. Or we can keep going good guy and do it. So I'm here for the ride. These two are going to put on I'm going to go on a limb, and whatever night this is on, if it's on 1 or 2, it's going to be one of. Is it on 1? Did they?
I'm calling it on 1 because
okay, you're calling it on 1.
There's too many big matches in night 2 already. So I mean,
true, but
yeah.
I have to say this is probably going to be one of those matches you're going to have to watch out for being match candidate of the year. I'm firmly behind that. These two are going to. We're going to see a level from WWE at this WrestleMania that I don't think we're used to, if that makes any sense.
Awesome. What's your take on this? Do you see Sammy pulling through, or I mean, because I'm kind of wondering here, do we give Sammy two bits here, since he had to put Johnny Knoxville over at 38? So I mean, but
dude, that match was so good.
that was good. That was a good. That was very entertaining, I will say. But yeah. So what's your feelings on this, man?
Well, people are wanting Chad Gable, which I mean, honestly, I like Chad Gable too. I'm not complaining about that. But if you look back maybe 3 weeks before this match happened, that gauntlet match, you had a face off with Gunther and Sammy backstage, which automatically you assume or knew it was going to be Sammy. In my opinion, I was I even told Zach about it because I posted on the wrestling podcast fan page that it's going to be Sammy versus Gunther. But I think, in honest opinion, Sammy's going over.
Oh, 100%.
And Guido, what are your thoughts on this match here?
Zach or Zmiz, he brought up these 4 words, and I've been seeing them all over the internet, all over wrestling podcasts. These 4 words. I love Sammy, but.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Sammy was the guy. I mean, early 2024 was all Sammy's in. But going into this, it's people were wholeheartedly behind WWE pulling the trigger on Chad Gable. And honestly, I think this may be the time. But this was brought up on another podcast, and I think is the thing here. It's should Sami Zayn be the man to end the greatest Intercontinental Championship reign of all time? Because let's face it, Gunther is the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. Is Sammy the guy?
I think so. But, I beg to differ now. Do we have Gunther actually going over, Dan says here, Gunther going over? No, wrong one. Sorry. Well, that's still Gunther going over.
Yeah.
Gunther for the Gunther.
So Gunther goes over, and then we have Chad Gable in the way. I still say Sami Zayn goes over. I'm firmly behind that. The guy has put on and been one of, if not the greatest. I think he's a better underdog than Daniel Bryan ever thought he could be.
Yeah, I mean, you do put up a good notes here, and for Sammy to I mean, boy, this is really hard to call because I'm sorry, I enjoy. Like I said last week, I'm putting Gunther as one of the best working big men in all time that's worked in WWE, even with The Undertaker. But this guy being tall the way it is, remember the triple threat Intercontinental match that was last year? What a Drew, that was.
Him, Drew, and Sheamus. Oh.
Him, Drew, and Sheamus. Holy God,
that match was amazing. But I think these two could give us that match again, and we could see. I'm the one thing about Sammy that has been just waiting to come back to the forefront is if he can somehow bring more of a certain character he once portrayed on the indies into the Sami Zayn character. And if we can start seeing some of what his you know what I'm saying, like that style that he had back then, where he was more. Sammy's beating Gunther, dude. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
That's what I'm going with.
I mean, like, this title reign has been one of the greatest of all time, no question about it. But at some point, he can't hold on to that title forever. He's going to have to go up to the heavyweight title.
That's true.
We need to set Gunther up to go to the next step.
Right, and you know what? So, I mean, he's had. I guess you don't want to make this reign too long. So, can we see history here? Very possible, but don't be surprised if Sammy does not get the victory. So,
I mean, I'm not. Yeah. If he didn't win, I'm not gonna. It wouldn't like hurt my feelings or anything. Don't get me wrong, but I just still say Sammy.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I'm predicting Gunther for the win, but honestly, it ain't going to be for a lack of trying. Sami Zayn is easily one of the top underdogs in WWE. You know, he came within a hair's breadth of ending Roman's title reign last year. You know, had that big run with the tag titles with Kevin Owens. You know, I'm not. I mean, if I were putting my money on it, I would put my money on Gunther, but I wouldn't be surprised if I came out a little short at the end.
Yeah. So all would be a good violent effort here. So let's look at our next one here, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Brother versus brother is going down. Eat. That's right. So Jimmy answers the call on SmackDown. Jay throws it out Monday. So we got brother versus brother. Last year they were undisputed WWE Tag Champions. The longest reigning got knocked off by KO and Sammy. Now this year it's going down in the bloodline. So it's the Usos battling each other, and wow. So let's go to Austin first on this one. So do you still give Jay that momentum with the Yeet movement, or do you think Jimmy spoils everything for Jay at WrestleMania?
Well, first off, I want to point out that Pat McAfee is a national treasure. I just want to say that first.
Yeah.
But no, I'm giving Jay the win, and then I say he's gonna probably get a title shot right after Mania, since he didn't get the IC title because Jimmy took it away from him.
Right.
But I'm definitely giving Jay the win in this one. This will be great building up to that.
Awesome. Guido, what are your thoughts on this brother versus brother matchup?
Well, to be honest, I don't know if I'm using this comparison right, but this one I don't feel it's brother versus brother. I feel more like it's Gucci versus Walmart.
Oh.
Are you calling Jimmy Walmart?
I am calling Jimmy Walmart. Ever since Jey Uso's made the move to Raw, he's had the gear, he's had the look, he's had the crowd, he's had the catchphrase, and Jimmy has looked like a bum.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm over here like, I kind of want Jimmy to win this.
Wow.
Look, but
yeah.
Given that comparison, where it looks like Jay's more, he's been called main event Jay. He's got to live up to this. And in all honesty, this is the match where he needs to live up to this. He has got to cut the cord from Jimmy on this one, because if they want to push Jey Uso as that main event star, this is the match he needs to win. This is the one they've been building to, ever since their loss last year at WrestleMania. This, it's time. It's time to Fisher cut bait, separating the Usos. And as much as I don't want to see a great tag team separate, sometimes it needs to be done. And if they're going to put all this stuff behind Jey Uso, this is the match Jey Uso needs to win. Nothing against Jimmy. I think he's a highly talented wrestler. But I think it's going to be yeet and no yeet. It's a no yeet.
Z, what do you think about this? You were calling it that we were going to be seeing this.
I've said it from like dang near 3 months ago. This is the match we're going to see, and we all know who I'm going with. Come on, I've been saying it from almost dang near day one of the Bloodline joining. How good Jey Uso is. You know, Roman gave him the moniker, the main event. And he is a main event, dude. I can't wait for this man. If there's anyone I want to see finish a story, it's Jey Uso finally become world champion. So if he has to go through his brother to get there, I'm so with it. Even though I love what Jimmy's doing some real good stuff. He's still playing second fiddle though. Jay's in the spotlight. Jay's there. He knows what it's like to bask in the sun. Yeah. Jimmy's gonna learn. Yeet all day.
Yeah, there's a lot of momentum for Jay right now going in. But I'm going to say if Jimmy happens to get this victory at WrestleMania, it's going to be because of one word. You want to take a guess what that one word is?
Solo.
That's right. Solo. No one talks about Solo, the third brother, and all this that's behind Jimmy and Roman all the way.
Dude, I hope to God, like if this match has to go to like some crazy bloodline stuff. Solo comes in to spike Jay, right? And then all of a sudden, you hear Rikishi's music hit. Rikishi comes out to pull. Dude, let's go full bore with this. Bring me something, Rikishi.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh!
They need
Speaking
to have
of which, we're talking of Bloodline. You saw SmackDown, right?
Oh yeah.
So remember how we were talking about theme song Z? We got a flavor of the Hollywood in The Rock's theme now.
It's not there yet. It's not all the way there. I want the full.
Oh, I
thing.
know, with the helicopter coming in and all that. Yeah, I get it, dude. That's
cooking.
But I just love that beat. That's so fitting for him right now. So I'm glad they changed it to that part at least.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, so it's so good. I'm like, yes, they changed it.
That was the best Rock theme of all time. Was Hollywood Rock's theme? That oh my god.
Dude. Oh my god! And that song this past week, that was that song was something else. And Memphis actually did love The Rock, and Cody and Seth were getting boos. So you just never know where you're going to get and everything. So Walking for Jesus, thank you. Yes, I'm doing great. I'm doing much better after a successful night in Cedar Hill, I think. So anyway, so moving on to our next one here, guys. We got actually two more, so because they were announced. So we're gonna go with this, and we're gonna go with that. There you go. So AJ Styles finally comes out of the blue, even though LA Knight was looking for him. So AJ answers the call, and so these two will battle at WrestleMania. Don't know if it's going to be night 1 or 2 though. I'd
give it 2.
I mean, it's not. It's a grudge match basically, so you can throw a grudge match anywhere. Pretty much.
I hope it gets a stipulation.
Right.
For some reason, I feel like this match needs a stipulation.
Well,
right.
Well, I think it might, like the way they keep attacking each other with chairs or whatever else. It might go to no DQ.
Yeah, give me like a Street Fighter or no DQ match. I'm totally for that. I want to see these two I don't know why. I want to see these two just beat the hell out of each other.
I mean, I think they need to.
New Japan AJ Styles when he was stiffing the hell out of everybody.
Right.
It was a good AJ Styles.
Yeah. Guido, you got any interest in here? I mean, what do you think about, LA Knight gets all this momentum. He challenges for the WWE title. Then Rock comes in, and now he's got I guess he's going to have to kind of take he's got to have to move back to the second row until all of this passes. But you got any hype for this match at all?
I regret saying this already. Well, let me talk to you. LA Knight has been on this incredible resurgence for the past couple of years. And I think that this is one of the things that I am noticing about this WrestleMania as a whole, it seems like it's this. What's the word I'm looking for? Getting to that next level, or proving that you belong, or getting to the point where you are every bit that you say you are. Zmiz and I had a bit of a disagreement in the women's title match on this. I feel that it's kind of a proving ground match. This one I also feel is a proving ground match because I think it's honestly time to Fisher cut bait for LA Knight. I mean, he had ever since the Saudi show where he lost to Roman, he's been kind of spinning his wheels. It's been and pro wrestling's been a lot of a what have you done for me lately? To beat someone the caliber of AJ Styles, this is going to launch LA Knight back into the conversation of and back into the world title picture.
See, that's what I want to see happen. I want to see AJ go over, so AJ can go back up into the world title picture. Let's bump LA Knight down to where Logan Paul is and all them, because I think him and Logan Paul could have a killer feud. Okay? And is it anywhere time for LA Knight to jump and move and shift up there to the world title hunt? Not quite yet. We already seen him there. We know he's going to be there one day. Like, I'm so behind LA Knight, it's not funny, but I want to see him do other things first before we see that go up there, because hopefully we're going to see a shift in power this WrestleMania with world titles changing hand. That's what I feel in my heart. And I want to see AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes. That'd be a flipping stellar match, man. So like let's put some pieces into play here, and let's AJ Styles go for the W. That's where I'm going.
Austin, your thoughts on this?
Well, seen a lot on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. People think this was a knock for LA Knight because he's facing AJ Styles. So I wanted to say, are you kidding me? But it's not a knockdown if you're facing AJ Styles. I don't care who you are.
Oh, hell no. Former WWE champion, multiple titles everywhere. So
thank you. Yeah,
carried a whole company on his back at one time, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go.
Literally.
I don't know why people think it's a knockdown, but
No, it's not.
I want to see, since it's been quite a long time since we've seen him in the title picture, I want to see AJ Styles go over in this. And like Zmiz said, go after what him and Cody, because I was talking to somebody about that the other day at my work. That would be a great feud, especially now that AJ's heel. He got out of that nightgown jacket and he updated to his newer jacket. That was terrible, but
Nightgown jacket.
but yeah. So yeah, I definitely see AJ over in this.
All right, awesome. Well, so we got one more here that was also announced, and here we go. KO and the Vipers strike for U.S. Gold. Nick Aldis announced it on SmackDown, and I seen a tease at least that Randy was going to get into this title picture. Logan Paul costing Randy his shot at the world title at Elimination Chamber, and of course Kevin Owens having a past feud with Logan Paul as well. So this announced as a triple threat. So
I'm just gonna cut in line here, because here's my one issue with this whole thing is like Kevin Owens truly feels like a third wheel in this whole thing. Like, I was pumped just for Randy versus Logan Paul, but at the same time, I know there's still the back issues. If Randy is truly 100%, like if the rumors are potentially true that he's getting ready to put him away, the boots that is. So having the third man there is going to make it a little bit easier for everybody to work. So like that's a plus. Logan Paul is just too damn good. And I can't stand it. And I don't want him to lose the title. So I want to keep him winning it. And I like all three guys. I really do. So Randy Orton has given us probably the most bro-tastic promos as of late. If you don't understand what that means, he is pulling off 100% Matt Riddle promos. Listen to his promos. He took influence from Matt Riddle in their days of hanging out, because his charismatic flow is just so much more there right now, and I love it. So I'm enjoying this ride. Logan Paul for the dub.
Yep. I mean, Austin, do you see well, who do you see coming ahead on this match? Because I thought this was going to be a one-on-one with him and Randy, but do you still see any change here, or is Logan going to still continue on?
I honestly thought of this while Zach was talking. So I think Logan goes over in this match, but I honestly see a Kevin Owens heel turn and Randy and Orton have their own feud as Logan goes on.
Oh,
wow.
Because they did tease the RKO to the stuff.
Yep.
I'm with it. I like that sidearm booking.
I have not seen a Kevin Owens heel run in a long time, and that man is a heel is gold.
Oh, 100%.
Of course. Yes, absolutely.
So that would be some. I'm not saying it's going to last a long time, but like, you know, a feud between Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens would be great. But Logan Paul is going over in that match.
Guido, do you kind of along with what you've heard here, or do you see a different swerve here in the picture?
Honestly, I agree with both Austin and Zmiz. Right now, Logan Paul is just too damn hot. He's, whether you like him, whether you don't, he is bringing eyes to the product. He's bringing eyes to WWE. He may be an antagonizing jerk, but he's backed up every single thing he's said. I agree with the move making this a triple threat, kind of lighten or the work Randy has to do. But I agree with everything both these guys said. I would like to see a feud between KO and Orton, and make it 3 for 3. I see Logan Paul winning because in all honesty, he is just that darn good.
There you go.
Dude, I just want to listen to him talk to Nick Aldis more.
Oh yeah.
Like, I want their banter more. That's like, make him keep being that cocky heel, like nobody can beat me. I beat these legends. Let him become the new legend killer, bro.
No, dude, you want to hear Logan Paul read the phone book? Come on.
Dude, I'm telling you, this guy, I like him. He's fun. When it comes to
he's great in the ring. That's what makes it even better, because most people they try to bring in is not that good. It's just like a one-hit deal, but this dude is amazing in the ring.
Yeah, exactly. Usually celebrities are one and done, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason Logan Paul's sticking around. It's because he's probably for the first time in his life, he's taking something seriously. Yeah. And it's showing.
Well, what's the dude that faced Damian Priest at that pay-per-view when they were out of the country?
Bad Bunny.
He's good.
Okay, I'll give you Bad Bunny too. My apologies, but it's just I'm just case in point. Okay, I'm thinking the likes of Snooki, thinking the likes of Pete Rose.
Snooki would just.
God,
nobody better knock Snoop Dogg. You can't knock Snoop Dogg. You can't do it.
He did what he had to do.
He saved that segment at WrestleMania that one year.
Exactly. He did what he had to do. It was uglier than a bowling shoe, but it got the job done.
He can't frog splash for shit, though.
No, that elbow. Oh my
God.
Wow. Oh my God.
But in the case of Logan Paul, but like I said, in the case of Logan Paul, this is clearly someone who is taking this seriously, and it's showing in the work. And whether you like him or hate him, you got to respect that.
Yep, absolutely. So
this is our last match we're talking about. Like, I thought we were going to go through it because the whole reason I wanted to have Guido on here was so that I could bash him about being a Becky Lynch fan.
If we have time, because we still got a lot of content to cover here, guys. We're over an hour in already. We're past our halfway point.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, because right now we're going to be going into our meme segment, which, by the way, we're doing something a little different. we're actually going to be doing something a little different this week, guys. So I hope you're ready for funny fan signs.
Here's your sign, here's your sign, here's your stupid sign.
There you go.
You better have my favorite sign in here. I should have sent you that.
Bill Engvall would be proud.
Well, these are funny fan signs that we've happened to come across the web, and these are some. So we may have some. There might be some suggested ones in here, but right now it's after 10 o'clock on Sunday night, and it's St. Patty's Day, so I don't care. So here we go with our first one here.
That's a good kid right there.
That's an awesome kid right there, man.
look at Mom's face. That's my boy.
Come on, honey. Mommy needs a good Saturday night.
Right.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, shoot. And then here's another one here for you.
Classic. Classic.
Oh my God.
And that's actually, they're trying to put a picture of actually, I guess that's the arm and like a big cod or something. I don't know what that is.
Did you not watch that episode of South Park?
That's the whole thing.
I did.
Okay, I got.
Oh my gosh. Hey, let's go to our next one here. Oh yeah. Let's just say photo placement is key to some of these. So
I wonder if that was the same night Triple H was looking down, like they got that GIF always on Twitter.
You know, as someone who has made quite the YouTube living, making jokes about Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
I kind of miss her.
Yeah. I miss the old Nikki when when they were like in for like first 5 years. So that's about it. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Just
my mom makes a great lasagna. Is that like the human form of Garfield? Just in the background?
Yeah, I know, it's like
I will be the judge of that, sir.
right. It's like just bring it to a wrestling show. My mom makes a great lasagna. Okay, great. So, I mean,
okay. You know, as someone who one of my friends one time when we were going back in the Attitude Era, we were going to events constantly. One of my friends brought a sign that said "Go live in a canoe." I think this sign's on par with that. And for the record, no, he didn't explain what he was talking about.
We're talking about food. And we're talking about signs. I actually went to the live WWF No Mercy in 2001. And this is the whole when Austin was in the alliance, and Deborah was always bringing cookies to everybody.
I personally think they taste like crap.
Actually had a hot pink sign and big black letters that said Deborah bakes crotch cookies. So. And I think
cooter cakes.
So. And I had it the whole show too. They didn't take it down. So. Of course, it was still toward the end of the Attitude Era too. So,
yeah.
Let's see this one. Oh yeah,
slap my butt cheeks.
Wow.
Why did that make it in the game?
This is Road Dogg. This is Mankind. This is the Attitude Era. So this is a good time. And by the way, have you noticed if you watched SmackDown? They are now, they're now going to be showcasing fan signs now, on SmackDown. So if they like your sign, they're going to show it on. They got like a segment to where they do like fan signs. And they started doing that. So I'm
really,
like, yeah, it's like how ironic. I'm thinking of the segment earlier in the week, and all of a sudden WWE wants to do fan signs. So it's funny. It's funny how the world works. Get out of my mind, WWE. Okay, anyway. Going on.
What does it say?
It says right now, my dog is peeing on the floor. So
That was pretty good.
Why is it the more random and absurd the sign is, the better it is? Like,
That's pretty good.
I guess
That's
they didn't
pretty-
get a dog sitter. They've been out all day and they have no way for them to get out. So, you know, so it's probably in an
I mean, I
apartment.
feel bad for the dude's dog. You know, clear.
Hey, if you
Clearly
gotta go,
the
you
o-
gotta go.
Clearly, the owner needs obedience school.
Right. Let's see, we got another one here. Oh yeah. The Randy Orton orange meter. I guess when he was doing spray tanning.
Oh, friends don't let friends play tan, folks.
That should be MJF's orange meter now.
All right.
Oh,
I'll say there for a while, Dolph Ziggler could have pulled that off too.
Dolph
yeah.
was getting really bad there for a little bit.
Yes, he was.
Christian Cage.
He's had several, but that's my favorite dad.
Right. And
Thank you.
Oh, that's great.
Brock's face on a
That's a Blastoise, just so you know. It's a Pokemon.
Pokemon Go brought me here.
And I'm 37 years old and I'll never stop watching Pokemon. A new series just came out.
The original's still the best.
We got a couple more here. Let's see. Oh yeah.
It burns when I pee. Seamus is in the corner. That ginger.
He just read that sign. That's probably why he's doubled over. He's laughing so hard.
I was thinking about going to the bathroom. Either way.
It's true, it hurts.
You know, maybe you should consult a doctor instead of 17,000 wrestling fans about that. You know,
Yeah. You
I'm
know,
not a medical expert, but
a special cream doesn't fix everything. So
that is wrong. Topical cream fixes everything.
And our last one here, in case if you haven't read in earlier, in the year. Yeah.
Man, you didn't have my favorite sign in here.
Don't tempt him.
No, I'll just name a toy after you.
I call this the guy in row 5.
You can't see me.
Oh shoot!
Too soon?
I really wish you had had the Goldberg sign that Goldberg eats corn long ways.
Oh, that's
classic.
We're gonna have to save that for another day.
Classic.
I got it stored somewhere. It's just I can't find it. There's a certain way I have it lined up. So, yeah, you already use corn.
Wait, are we talking about the side or the corn?
Both. Because got a picture of. I actually got a picture of Goldberg eating the corn the long way. So.
Yeah, you can keep that. Yeah, we don't need to see that.
So that's what
Damn
we
it.
got. For
I saw Santa's sleigh. That was that I've already regretted seeing Goldberg on film for that. So.
Oh my gosh. Oh my. So now that's what we got for you this week. And for memes. So we'll go back to our gold memes, I think, at some point. Next.
Zmiz, I know what you're doing when you black out.
That right. That's funny. That's funny. Oh. Wow.
It's our own little world. We could do whatever we want.
Yeah, right here. This little right here.
So so now we are going to be getting into our main topic for the evening. And that is we have each one of us has comprised the list, and I'm going to bring this up now. Of that's right. Luckiest careers in wrestling. That's right.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought you said with WWE, not just wrestling. So now I gotta redo.
No. It's okay because hey, yeah. Spoiler alert: I didn't find anything outside WWE as well. Either WWE or a major promotion where it's moved the needle in the wrestling industry. and 7 people that are lucky to have a um, career. So that's where we're at right now. So how we're going to do this is we're going to be focusing on number 7. We're all going to name our number 7s, and if we got any discussion or debate about this, we will of course debate, and then we'll move up the ladder until we hit our number 1. Let me tell you, I think I've got a very surprising number 1 for all of you on this one. That's all I got to say. And neither one of us has revealed our list to anybody. So Z doesn't know mine. Nobody knows anybody's list. And this is going to be truly an organic response to our list here. So how about, let's see, who should we start? You know what? I want to make sure that Guido's on tap here. So Guido, we're going to start with number 7 on our list here, and I'm going to go with Guido. What do you have for number 7?
My number 7, James Ellsworth.
James Ellsworth at number 7.
At number 7.
Wow. So you're saying that there's people worse than James Ellsworth?
No. Okay, I'm not saying worse. I thought we were supposed to say luckiest. Where was the worst in this?
Well, right. Well, lucky, as lucky to even be there, and why is he there? So you're saying, so James Ellsworth is number 7.
Yeah.
Austin, what do you got for number 7?
Ryback.
Wow. That's actually a notable that I did not even think about. Wow.
The man who criticizes people all day on Twitter, but as soon as you say something, he blocks you on Twitter.
And then blocks you.
Or TikTok or anything else. I've been blocked on everything of Ryback.
I'm going to block you.
Well, in that case, I'm not trying hard enough because I still get his stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to block you I'm going to block you on X and TikTok, but buy my supplements. So, Zmiz, what is your number 7?
So mine's going to be a crazy one. It's a wild one. It's John Moxley himself as Dean Ambrose.
Wow.
Yes.
You're going with Mox. Lucky to have a career in WWE.
Yeah. Now, I think he turned it around and really developed his own style there and did the best he could do within the WWE confinement. And that's why I say he had a lucky career there. Because John Moxley or Dean Ambrose, however you want to be hear of him, I knew, learning about him and he's one of the guys that really kind of made me interested a little bit in death matches. I really like John because John had more than just death matches. He put on matches at the same time, and there really was a fluid system going on with what his stuff was. But for him to come from that style to the WWE, like PG-ish stuff, like he really is lucky that he had a career up there in that echelon and then put his name not only as one of the footholders of the new generation of wrestlers that come through WWE, like he was in part of one of the biggest factions of all time within this era of professional wrestling. So I think he had one of the luckiest careers, in my opinion.
All right. So it leads me to my number 7 then, and it's this guy, the Great Khali. Yeah. So, yes, he's been inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, but so have been celebrities and the Bella Twins. So there's my argument there.
I'm sorry, but Coco B, with Coco B Werebone getting in there, I think the bar set pretty low, but
Whoa, don't disrespect Coco.
He said it lower, Taz gets in. But
then again, his number 7 was James Ellsworth.
I will say,
we're gonna have fun here.
Yeah. So this is my number 7 right here, the Great Khali. I mean, what do you do with a guy this size and he's done very little. I mean, Kevin Nash has got more to offer than this guy, and I don't even like Kevin Nash that well. As far as this,
holy cow, there's somebody else that doesn't like Kevin Nash like me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait.
No. I mean, and I know the guy's had it rough lately.
I like Kevin Nash as a person. I just don't like him as a wrestler.
Person, yes, but his in-ring ability and trying to get over.
I'll say him as like entertaining you is good, but yeah,
he's a great mic guy. Great mic guy.
He's a great actor. But other than that, no.
I know
hey,
we're
Great
talking
Khali was in the longest yard. The
great.
remake.
That was really good though.
I'm glad Joe
You know,
Black
I'm not
died
gonna
on
lie. That seriously, if anyone watches that, if you did not seen Adam Sandler's Longest Yard, you need to because all these guys turn in great performances.
That's part about Goldberg's career.
Oh boy. Yeah, so there goes mine. So I don't know. I mean, I think really you know, I mean, I will say that, and here's a spoiler, Ellsworth is on my list, but I think he's a little higher up there because he's even got luckier to even know that he was even mentioned. And I'm kind of interested to see where Guido's list goes next. But no, I mean, all formidable. Like I mean, I'm honestly surprised with Moxley though, because Moxley got over with the Shield. He got well, when he was Ambrose, they got over with the Shield. He got through NXT. He was
I'm
former
just saying from
WWE champion.
I agree. I'm just saying from his style, like he really changed who he was in WWE a lot. There was still a little bit essence of him, but when it comes to what, I mean, you're about to. Okay, let's go.
Oh man, so I'm about to be in for a surprise, huh? But so, wow. Let's see. How about this is we're gonna do this here, so we make sure everybody knows what we're at here. So we are at number 6 right now. Number 6. So should we go down the same line? I think we should go down the same line again. Let's just start with Guido at number 6.
My number 6 is Darby Allin because he is lucky to be alive.
Enough said.
Wow. Lucky to get that paper's Darby Allin. And
he would have made a hell of a Jackass star.
Who says he's not? God dang.
Right.
I mean, I do feel bad that he was 10 days out from climbing Mount Everest and he broke his foot, but seriously.
Who says that guy's not going to still go do it?
I just feel like someone's like sit down and say, dude, and I'm a Darby Allin fan. I like him. I think he's a great guy. I think he's a great as a human being and as a performer. But at one point, you got to think maybe someone should sit them down like, you're at 28. We need you at a 5. Like, I mean, he went through go through those glass shards. That's just a day at the office for him. And I understand there's people that like that. But eventually, you got to think about your longevity and like some of the stuff he was going through. I mean, I'm still thinking about the time he got put into a body bag filled with broken glass, and Brian Cage just yeeted him. Of that,
But I know this is for the fans, and fans love it. But sometimes you got to say the fans and worry about your own self. Sometimes there'll be next week or the week after. There ain't half the stuff that the guy does. I'm like, no way.
It's things from doing the climbing Mount Everest to the broken glass to rubbing blazing buffalo sauce on his asshole to stay awake for a road trip. It's eventually you got I know he wants to push the envelope, but
that envelope's burned.
Envelope's burned.
Clearly.
Wow.
But my number 6 is Darby Allin, and like I said, I honestly think he's lucky to be alive.
So, what about you, Austin?
I'm just going to put these two as a combo since they're always together. The Bellas, because we all know the only reason why they had any motive of career is because who they was doing at the time: John Cena and Daniel Bryan.
It could be questioned. It could be questioned.
Oh,
that's a walking botch waiting to happen. Like when they try to do that dive through the rope, fall forward. Not at the opponent, fall forward. You caught yourself on the rope. They're garbage. Sorry. If anyone disagrees and who likes them, I'm sorry for you.
Wow.
Well, I know there's people that like the Bella Twins. You will not find them here.
Smart man.
Like I said, I have made so many YouTube jokes on Nikki Bella. Many jokes on YouTube about Nikki Bella. Honestly, they're starting to get too easy.
I
Oh,
agree.
stop.
6,819.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you ready for my number 6?
I'm ready for your number 6 there, sir.
The one and only Nia Jax.
Wait. Is that lucky for her or unlucky for everyone she works with?
For all of us, period. I mean, she's there because of family. We talk about. I mean, people talk about it all the way. They're all like, Charlotte. The only reason Charlotte's where she is at because her dad. Blah blah. Man, Nia Jax is there because of the bloodline family. That's it. That's why that she's not good. I can't stand her. Like,
I'm surprised my TV hasn't broke yet.
stop. I hate when internet fans compare her to Awesome Kong. She's nowhere near as great as Awesome Kong. How can you disrespect an awesome legend like Awesome Kong by putting Nia Jax in the same sentence? Bully Young Canyon, the same thing. Like, stop it. Go ahead. I'm done.
Wow.
I feel like it's Halloween every day looking at her.
Zmiz, I feel like you're holding back, brother.
All right. Shoot. So
I wanted to try to like her, but I can't.
Yeah, let's just ask Kyrie Sane and Alexa Bliss of how much they loved working with her.
No kidding, right? No kidding. Well, number 6 is I'm digging way back into the back for this one, so get ready for this. Tiger Ali Singh is my number 6.
I know who that dude is.
It looks like an Arabian rock here, right here.
Why did I just start
Million
singing
Drachma
Aladdin?
Man.
Why did I just start singing Aladdin?
Rocky Maivia said, "You're fired. I'm taking your glasses and I'm raising an eyebrow and I'm doing a whole new gimmick." So that's what happened here. So
I'll bring him back and bring the Bollywood brothers back and be done with it.
Oh my lord!
Don't disrespect the Bollywood brothers. They're great.
Hey, dude, I love the Bollywood brothers.
They'll probably do that once they try to re-sign the India deal.
Possibly. And we talked about this the other day because we were talking about like NXT UK, but apparently I forgot that they closed that off and they were going to bring back NXT Europe, and then they've been pushing that back, and we'll see if they get it announced. If NXT Europe is going to get announced, I thought it was going to be like NXT World, like in different spots, like India. And then
I hope we were getting like NXTs around. I loved UK. NXT UK was the bomb, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
oh yeah, it was
launching point for a hell of a lot of careers.
Pete Dunne.
Yeah, it sure
that was
did.
one of my favorites.
It sure did.
Yep.
So.
Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, Rhea Ripley.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. Well, Rhea Ripley was discovered in the Mae Young Classic, so at least we got to give it to that.
Oh,
I just feel sorry for all those guys that got hit by Gunther over there because it seemed a lot stiffer during those pay-per-views.
Well, he was still Walter at the time, so.
I was kind of mad when they changed his name. I like Walter.
Me too.
I'm cool with his Gunther name.
Yeah. Walter who? So, all right. So we are at number 5 on this one. So we're going to go back to Guido on this one.
Can you tell them where to forward the hate mail?
Yeah. Guido goes off on YouTube.
the Guido goes off. My number 5 is CM Punk.
Whoa.
As he's lucky to have a job in this day and age. As he's lucky to have the job in WWE right now.
Potentially. Wow. Potentially. That's bold. That one's a good one. That's a good one.
I can understand your reasoning for that, for what he's done, how he's burned his bridge in WWE. Then he gets a chance in AEW, and then Havoc starts again, and then the Young Bucks are fighting, and then he's fighting with Jack Perry, and then I understand.
Tony feared for his life for somebody looking at him in a general direction.
Oh, for God's sakes, let's not get into that.
Tony Khan never shuts his eyes. Have you seen his eyes?
Yeah, you mean best Coke ever eyes?
Yeah.
Best Coke ever.
Seriously. I mean, was his theme song done by Eric Clapton?
Cocaine.
Matter, he looks like a creepy pedophile.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
Whoa!
Heat toss.
Wow.
All right, who's your number? Who's your number 5, Austin?
Who did I say? It was Rhino.
Rhino.
Yep.
I got to hear this one.
Me too. I just
Look, man, the guy gave us a hell of a spear, gore, whatever the heck you want to call it. But the guy looks like a guy who does this. Let me see if I can do this right. Tuck in your arms, go like this. Oh, man! Get out of here.
He does look like Captain Caveman.
Like I said, the dude could put on a good gore or whatever, but outside of that, it hurt my eyes watching him wrestle.
Wow.
Yeah. Like Guido said, if like you send a hate mail, I don't care. You know, guys know I'm the bad guy.
So what about you, Zmiz? What you got for number 5?
This one's gonna sting.
Dang.
Guy in the Attitude Era, Crash Holly.
Oh, wow. Crash Holly.
Now, once again, this is a guy that I actually like. But if you go back and he had his niche in the Attitude Era, but like at the same time, I always felt like he was just out of place too. But I loved his work. You couldn't light heavyweight champion I want that title back. I want that title back so bad in the WWE because of guys like Crash and them making that title so cool. But he just felt out of place. Like sometimes just like a forgotten thing.
Yeah. I mean, but you know, the hardcore era is going to be difficult to come back from because the only reason why WWF did that is because of competition with ECW.
Oh,
They're trying to
100%.
get more edgy to pull the ECW crowd away from them and to focus more on WWF in the Attitude Era. So that's why they had a hardcore division, and I guarantee you that's why that happened. So, with all that being said, though, speaking about Attitude Era still, I'm still in the Attitude Era with my number 5. Get ready for this one, gentlemen.
the Mean Street Posse.
The Mean Street Posse. Yes.
I mean, they were just Shane's friends, weren't they?
2 of them were. Pete Gas and Rodney, I think that.
Yeah,
Rodney, you're right.
Rodney and Pete Gas, they actually were Shane's college buddies, and then I think they were trying to get that Joey Abs dude. I think he was a developmental hire.
Wow. I don't know. Pete Gas was the first guy that I noticed that in wrestling that had no neck. So I mean, he's all shoulders here.
You're talking about the big orangutan, right?
Yeah. This guy over here looks like he's about ready to fling poo at somebody right here. That's right.
See, that would have been the perfect time to have a sign sitting close up front that says "Got neck."
He looks like he uses the same death stare on the Subway guy when he puts spinach on his sandwich.
Tells you what, none of that healthy shit on it.
No, I did that at the indie show when I was still sitting out to a crowd because the guy had the same kind of neck he did. And dude, I made him break character because he laughed so hard.
Wow. No, I just figured those guys were lucky to have a job, and I think it's all because of Shane. So yeah. Wow. Moving right along here, we got to number 4. So once again, we're going back to Guido here with number 4 now.
The hater rate's going to be pouring. My number 4 person, luckiest, Liv Morgan.
Whoa, Liv?
Ooh. You don't like Liv? Or do you like Liv?
All right. The assignment was the luckiest people to have a job at the high level.
And no, you're fair.
Morgan was in developmental for a decade before she got to the main roster. She hung on the coattails of Ruby Riott and Sarah Logan in the Riot Squad. She hung on the coattails of Rhea Ripley. She hung on the coattails of Marina Gonzalez. And in order to get the championship, she had to get Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
She won.
Yeah,
Both
she
of them.
won. And held the title for how long?
It doesn't matter.
What,
She's
a month?
Bigger champ than you.
Her title reigns was in longer than Sasha Banks. So I mean,
yeah, but Sasha still had 4 of them.
Yeah.
It took her 4 times to get there.
But like I said, but that's the thing. I mean, seriously, she was in developmental for a decade. And that's the thing. For her to get the Money in the Bank, cash in the Money in the Bank. She was literally at that point in the career where it was, you know what, or get off the pot.
Right, I get you.
I'm with you.
All right. So perfect. All right. So Liv Morgan, and I love when we're bringing our case to this. So we've got our reasons. Like I said, you're right about the theme. Luckiest, to have a career in a major promotion. So you're good. All right, Mr. Cage, number 4, sir. What you got?
Well, a lot of NXT fans are going to hate me for this, but you know me, I don't care. Enzo Amore.
I mean, 100%. You're not wrong.
Okay.
The little catchphrase or whatever before the match was fine. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. But after that, it looked like somebody pissing in the wind watching him freaking wrestle. It was terrible.
Enzo was actually on my short list, but I had to scratch him off.
Yeah. It's just like, dude, why have this man on TV? This makes you want to turn it off. He's just terrible. I'm sorry. Anybody don't like it? Tough cookies.
Is he the reason why 205 died?
Yes.
So I mean, just
No,
for a friend.
no. Because if people would have literally watched Buddy Murphy carry that division afterwards as the juggernaut of the juggernaut of the cruiserweight division, and oh my god, man, no. I can't believe you just said that, man. 205 was so damn good. You guys need to go back and watch it and understand you lost out on a treasure.
Yeah. Getting the title was a joke.
I mean, I agree.
The title weighed more than he did.
All right, so my number 4, right? We're on 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spike Dudley.
Okay. Yeah. He was basically a very light stunt double is what he was.
He was a tool.
Yeah, he was just the battering ram. That's why he stayed around as long as he did. Now, don't get me wrong. Once again, another one of my personal favorite people when it came to like the cruiserweight division, the hardcore stuff. Like Spike was great. He had awesome tag teams. Him and Taz was amazing as a tag team there for a while. So like there was great stuff that Spike did, but he never should have been there really. Like he he's that guy that you didn't think would have a career. So that's why I'm going old Spike Dudley.
Someone else that was on my short list.
You mean didn't go above 5?
No, that wasn't a short joke. No, he was actually on my list, but I had to cut some people. Remember, we were limited to 7. So.
Oh my! Okay.
You are not tall enough to ride the ride.
Yeah.
Must be this tall to be chucked in the crowd.
No kidding, right? And under 150 pounds. So, all right. So, this may ruffle feathers too. On my number 4, I don't care. I've got my reasons, and I think I've got very good reasons for them. So here you go. My number 4, right here, Goldberg.
Thank you.
So, I'm sorry. The guy was lucky to get in because he's got a look. He got past. He was more popular in WCW, and he got in about 2 years after WCW went under, because they begged for him to come in for like a ratings because he only got in because of ratings. And his ringing ability, I'm sorry, I'm not sold. He shouldn't even had a universal title at all.
Can't even start a car.
He has a huge car collection. Actually,
I know he's
started flooding.
And he can't even bust through a window properly without gashing his.
Oh, he slid his stuff up, bro.
Yeah,
I remember he was trying to make that chase in that backstage segment, and he flooded the car.
He did. He did ruin that. Now I remember what the hell you're talking about. My bad.
Yep. He got out and he started running.
Goldberg was hired just because Stone Cold became a thing. Let's face facts.
Yes. And
WCW said, "Hey, we need a bald goateed badass." Oh, what is your name, sir? Bill Green. Oh, Goldberg. Oh, okay. Yeah, you'll do. Just hop in the power plant here, please.
Yeah, and all the signs of back around '98 with Goldberg 632, twice the man of that other guy. It's like, really, it was dumb.
You look at botch up in the dictionary.
It's about as dumb as this comment right here. So I mean that's a really dumb comment, but just saying. Right.
Clint's a dick.
I wish that was another guy on your short list there, Guido. Anyway.
YouTube yep.
Yeah.
Chat's up, guys.
Why does Goldberg look like he has like no teeth in this picture?
Because he fell out.
He's from Georgia, so there you go.
Hey, Ruby's not holding up. I didn't realize you felt this so way about Goldberg.
Yeah. Like I said, the guy was so full of himself when he first got in the business that he really didn't know how to treat it. So, but yeah. So now we're to our number three. And so now we're down to our top three. This is going to get really interesting. So Guido, who you got for number 3?
Oh wow, he's about to reach for the doll.
Uh-oh.
Is he really?
So,
man, get that out of here! Get that out of here!
Oh,
what?
Wow!
The man.
Next time I see you, I'm so nut tapping you.
Why the Miz?
Why the Miz? How did a guy whose ring career start in board shorts and a fedora become one of the most decorated wrestlers in WWE?
He had to work for it.
He busted his ass, man.
He worked for it. It's not like he sucked all this time.
What'd you say?
The man got dressed in the linen closet.
Facts.
Damn it.
Man.
Seriously.
He opened the door for people like Logan Paul. I can't believe I just said that, but he really did. It's the Miz's fault we have Logan Paul. Really is.
Oh,
you can blame Tough Enough for that, bro. I mean, he
wrestled at OVW. He did everything he was supposed to do.
He's had a career for 18 years, bro. So
From the beginning, he was a goofy. He was a goof.
I'm so hurt.
Right in the beginning, he was a goof.
He's right. Like you hurt. Oh, I'm so hurt.
You know, like his little full hockey hand when he was in Morrison, doing this and.
Zach, you might as well log out just because you're
Dude, I want to cry. I am because I'm laughing so hard. Like,
oh god.
Oh wow. Yeah, you're just jealous because he's got a hot wife, bro. That's all.
Oh yeah, sure. That's why. Yeah, I'm jealous. Yeah, I'm jealous. No, seriously, seriously. To go from where he started to where he is, tell me he is not one of the luckiest men on the face of the earth.
I think he's one of the hardest working men on the face of the earth.
I don't like the whole tiny balls thing he did about.
They're enormous, man.
I mean, you gotta point at your junk on your entrance. I mean, bro, come on.
Hey, be proud of him, man. Respect.
Yeah.
Hey, here's my balls. Here, okay. Now here I go to the ring.
He's
Okay.
1/4, right? I said that right. 1/4 of Regeneration X, bro. Stop it.
Oh, God, you're
All right, Austin.
Mine is, and like it's another one that people love, but I can't stand since day one. Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy, not Jeff.
No, he's the opposite.
And Matt
Oh,
Hardy.
so you like all them silly dances and doing and getting strung out on drugs. Okay, gotcha.
In the air.
Okay, when have you ever seen a guy do a pose on a rope and then fall over?
Matt Hardy did.
He got excited.
More often than I care to admit, actually.
It wasn't on TV.
I'm sorry, but I was all in the version 1 movement. Okay, that him and Shannon Moore. I'm sorry, that was gold to me.
Oh, yes.
Version 1.
Matt Hardy will always be the better Hardy. We'll get back to the Hardys in a little bit.
You don't know how hard it is to be Matt Hardy.
Stop.
If you don't believe it, just ask him.
Well, I mean, the only way he makes news nowadays is if it's something with his brother.
True.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. So he's
all right.
He hanging around in AEW, so I get it.
Yeah.
Back to reality. I'm going with the Brooklyn Brawler.
Whoa!
Arguably the greatest. Arguably the greatest enhancement talent to ever do it.
Dude, you were totally sleeping on the Goon.
Get out of here. The Goon was garbage.
Wow.
I'm a Brooklyn Brawler fan all the way.
Yeah, but even though he's one of those guys that he's one of the guys that got a lot of guys over. So he's an '80s jobber. Steve Lombardi turned him into the Brooklyn Brawler. It was all the work for Bobby Heenan about trying to bring up talent that never got a break. So, but no, but at least it's a character that's going to be enshrined in WWE. That puts Lombardi over.
100%.
You gotta remember that more. So
yeah.
No, I get it. It was just a gimmick that it's a cheesy '80s gimmick, and it was just used poorly. So I totally get it. All right. So
I say bring him back one more time to become a part of the D'Angelo family. Just saying. Do it.
One good thing did come out of Brooklyn. Crime Time.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Brooklyn.
That's right.
Yo!
JTG is the dopest.
All right. So with my number 3, Zach went in the women's division one time, and I'm going to do it myself. So here we go with my number 3. Right here.
That's a good number 3.
Eva Marie.
Can't argue. She was amazing to look at.
She's a hot mess in the ring, bro. I'm telling you right now.
No, she'd have to clean up to be a hot mess in the ring. I'm sorry.
Look, the only thing that I enjoyed about her was like her entrance when she was like, she will not be here this evening, and Corey Graves went on his little spiel. That was the only thing great about that.
That was 30 seconds wasted that we could have done something else, bro. Seriously, no one gave a damn. It's like when Shawn Michaels started the Heartbreak gimmick, it's like Howard Finkel took time to make sure that everybody knew that Shawn Michaels had now left the building. It's like no one needed to hear that. No one cared.
Wait, are we still talking Eva Marie?
Yeah, let's still talk Eva Marie. Like, why? Here's what I want to know. Why does she get a second chance to begin with to come back? Because she showed no improvement whatsoever.
She was trained by one of the best.
Oh, Brian Kendrick?
Yes!
You can have a great teacher, but you got to have a student that's willing to learn and make improvements of why you left in the first place.
I feel bad.
No improvement.
Yeah, she actually got worse.
She was terrible.
And I'm not blaming Brian Kendrick for that. No.
So Brian Kendrick has trained a lot of talent, but why they chose this person, I know the reason why
She's
behind
hot.
McMahon's uh
Yes.
mindset. Let's just say I'm just gonna call it mindset because it's definitely not thinking of what's good for wrestling, but what's good for the gander, so to speak.
People power.
Yeah. Oh my god.
If this hire doesn't if even being rehired doesn't scream John Laurinaitis was in charge, I don't know what does.
Oh my god.
Man,
Let's
Kelly
just say
Kelly
what-
didn't need like
Yeah,
second chance.
said it.
Look, the people power gimmick cracked me up. I don't care what nobody says.
I was all about the people power.
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh,
I think with John, with John Laurinaitis, it was all about the ace and the whole thing. So
I can't believe you went there.
the most useful thing John Laurinaitis did in wrestling was hold the Australian flag for the sheep herders.
oh wow.
Damn.
Look it up, people. It does definitely looks funny. It's goofy as hell. So man alive.
Oh.
So
And while you're looking that up, look up the dynamic dudes. That'll give you nightmares.
yes, it will. It will definitely give you nightmares. All right, so we are down to number 2. So Guido,
Yes, sir.
you've had an interesting list this entire night, and you've provided your reasons, which a lot of them are valid. So a lot of them are. I didn't say all of them, but I think a lot of them are. But what do you got for your number 2?
Well, you wanted me to bring the who I feel are the luckiest people to have careers in big league.
Right.
This one is someone lucky to have a big career in 2 big promotions. My
Wow.
number 2 is Bryan Danielson.
Ooh, wow.
Because let's face facts, we thought he was done several years ago. He's now still one of the top guys in AEW. He came back in WWE. Decided to bet on himself again, going to AEW. Especially when we all thought I'm trying to remember, like 6-7 years ago, we thought he was done. We'd never see him in the ring again. Yep, my neck's broke. Can't wrestle no more. And yet he's still entertaining us right now.
Wow.
I can't really argue.
No, I can't. I mean that's a good legitimate reason why he's lucky is because of all this. So yeah.
Modern medicine, the grace of God. It's.
Right.
I mean, we could put Adam Copeland, Edge in that too, but it's but I mean, considering where he started, where he's begun, and like I said, that big gap in the mirror or in the middle, which is why I'm hoping the same thing can happen maybe for Big E.
Oh, amen to that. Amen
If it-
to that. I love Big E. Yes, indeed. And like I said, this is like on a different perspective. I mean, because we all know Danielson is an awesome worker. He's earned this spot. He earned his big moment at WrestleMania. I mean, there's no doubt about the guy's talent. But the luck of the whole thing is his health. So that's the whole thing of the health of the luck aspect here. It's the health of Bryan Danielson. So I totally get it. And definitely point valid. Excellent. All right. Mr. Cage, number 2.
Dave, I'm gonna steal one of yours that you said. Goldberg.
Yeah, you put him higher on the list.
Yeah, that is like I said, when you said like what you said, WCW. Yeah, he was hot, popular and all that crap. And then when he came to WWE, it was a cluster, the word. And then the second time he came back, when he won the title from Kevin Owens, that pissed me off more than anything.
I agree. Yes, there was no call for it. No need for it.
It was like the match he had with Brock Lesnar. He's just like, he cut that promo. Your last, that should have been it. You had your one last match, and you should have been out the door. But him winning the title and then all those mess ups he had, like when he put Undertaker on his head, Bray Wyatt, dude's terrible
Oh,
in
dude,
all
yeah,
aspects of wrestling.
there's a reel out there somewhere of Goldberg doing the same thing with Ming or Haku back in W when he first
Oh, he
started.
dropped Ming right on his dome, dude.
And then Jimmy Hart had to distract to kill time. He takes Jimmy Hart, who climbed to the Tom Turnbuckle, and he threw him like a freaking dart. And it was, that whole WCW logo that was in the middle of the ring?
Mm-hmm.
Goldberg acted like that was like a bullseye. He freaking threw Jimmy toward the freaking canvas, trying to put his head through the freaking sea in the middle of the damn mat. That was horrible.
Yeah, his last match, he almost dropped the Undertaker on his head.
Oh, dude, no, that was ignorant, bro. I'm telling you, the dude is not careful in the ring. I'm telling you,
he don't care.
No, he don't. And I don't care what anybody says. Oh, nobody's a great fan for him. Okay, then you step in the ring with him, see if you walk out, without having to need to, without needing a wheelchair possibly, because you're going to put yourself in that predicament.
Yep.
So,
trash.
I totally agree. The Miz.
My number 2 is Mr. Chinless himself, James Ellsworth.
James Ellsworth. Wow. Mr. Chinless. That's right. Oh my God.
No chin music.
So yeah, so let's just say James Ellsworth is he's definitely lucky. He was only freaking notable how they pushed him to just keep going out there, even after he's got his ass kicked by Braun Strowman several times, and how he got to be alongside with Carmella during that time, and how he got
he literally got lucked into it all, man. He lucked right into it, and I'm not saying it was a bad thing. I was kind of a fan of him and Carmella. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a huge fan of Carmella. Him and Carmella, I was there. You can go and watch the Money in the Bank where Carmella wins the Money in the Bank, and I'm literally holding my Carmella sign up in the crowd, like everybody's booing us. Like I'm all for it. So no, James Ellsworth, you have a place in my heart, but you kind of suck, bro. That's all.
Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering why Guido put him at number 7 of all things, but because, like I said, I think he should have been higher on that list.
I mean, my number 1's about to blow. Well, not really. Probably going to piece me.
In fact, Zmiz, I will say here, for the first time tonight, we've got a match on an exact number. Because there's my number 2 right there. My number 2 right there is James Ellsworth. Yes.
Dude, I should have bought one of his shirts when I had the chance.
Oh my God. Those, I don't know, they may sell on eBay.
I'm gonna see if I can find one.
Hey, if you want to still support his career, ProWrestlingTees.com. I'm sure he's got pretty much several of them. And of course, is he still carrying around that whole that intergender title now? Is that still the whole thing he's trying to make himself famous for still? I mean,
I don't know.
I just don't know if I'd wear a shirt that literally screams, "Where will you be when your laxative kicks in?"
Oh my God, that is classic.
I mean, mad prop for the guy for making it, dude. Like, hey.
Oh man,
exactly. This is why he's on on our lists of luckiest people to have a career in the big time, because
wow.
Hey, yeah,
I know. Yeah, James Ellsworth freaking definitely is lucky to have a career period as a major. Obviously he's going to the independents thanks to WWE. And when he came out right out of the gate, like when he first got let go, he was trying to get bookings. I think he was asking anywhere from like 1,500 to 2,000 to be booked on the show. I'm like, you got to be out your damn mind. Go sit down somewhere.
Well, that's the thing. He was actually running his own promotion when he got hired by WWE.
Yeah, he was.
Wow.
That's scary.
But either way, we've had a lot of interesting names and a lot of interesting stories behind our numbers. But now we are finally at the number 1 luckiest guy to have a career in a major promotion. And once again, we're going to kick it off with the most interesting list of the night, I think, in my opinion, is the Guido. So, Guido, who do you have topping your list at number one?
Well, I do aim to please Irby, and I know I've got a sack tap coming from Zmiz for putting the Miz on my list. But if it makes you feel better, I'll even target my favorites too. My number one, the person who I think has had the luckiest career, Becky Lynch.
Oh, wow. What? Wow.
Sir, if I could give you a standing ovation, I would.
Wow. Becky Lynch at number one. Wow. Well, it's a good thing Seth Rollins doesn't listen to this show.
Well, he can join the list of kick my ass forums to the left.
It's awesome.
Right behind The Miz, Tyler Cooley, and the rosters of 5 promotions.
Wow.
So what's your reasoning? Let's hear it.
Okay. You start trading at 15. You finally start gaining some traction. You have a head injury. You have to stop wrestling. You go through job after job after job, and then finally get a career back in professional wrestling. Not because you wrestled before, but because of something. Because if I'm not mistaken, she was hired when someone saw her as a stunt woman on Vikings, not even knowing that she had previously wrestled and was trained in Ireland by some guy named Fergal. I don't know whatever happened to him.
Gotcha.
Sounds like something you'd suck up with a vacuum.
And then, they're like, "Oh, you're from Ireland? Here, put on some emerald green gear and river dance."
She did. That stuff was bad.
Yeah. That was on point too.
You go from having a wrestling career to not having a wrestling career to having a wrestling career where Lord only knows. I don't to quote someone else in the business. I don't know what they got for putting Becky Lynch in that emerald green, but it should have been 3 to 5 years. And to get to the point where you become popular, you get to go to the main roster. You toil and you toil. You get a championship. You become the first SmackDown Women's Champion, only to lose it like 4 or 5 months later. That you're toiling, everybody's shoving you down, and then finally you snap. And the moment you snap is the moment everyone's been waiting for. And then, what is it? A few months later, you are the top draw in wrestling across the board, man or woman, across the board. You think about it, WrestleMania 35. If that's not the culmination of the luckiest career in wrestling, I don't know what is.
All right.
I like this guy.
Wow. So once again, Guido going with his top luckiest person, not because she's Irish, but it's Becky Lynch. So
the irony is not lost on me.
Yeah. Austin Cage, number one on your list.
Yeah. Well, just because they have a feud all the time and it's getting old, I kind of had 2 in the same combo. Becky, Nia Jax. Becky is just like everything he just quoted. I totally agree with. It's like the luckiest thing that anyone could ever ask for. And like Zach knows, Dave, every time Becky gets on TV, I would take my dog out. That's what I think of her wrestling ability. Nia, just like was said earlier, it's a family thing. And how the hell they let her come back for a second run and people say she's got better? She ain't got better. I don't care what nobody says. She's terrible in all aspects of wrestling. So go ahead.
Go ahead.
Wait, she got better? I must be missing something.
She hurt Rhea right out of the gate.
People said she got better. She did not get better. She might have, like, time passed by, I guess, and they think she got better somehow. She's terrible in all aspects of wrestling. I'd rather watch my dog sleep for 8 hours before watching her wrestling. That's how good she is in the ring.
Did they not watch Elimination Chamber? Rhea Ripley was basically wrestling a sandbag for 15 minutes.
Exactly. So, yeah, those two are my top two on luckiest career ever because they just, I don't know how the hell they made it this far.
All right, Z, you're number one, buddy.
We all know who it's going to be. It's no secret. It's Jeff Hardy. Because Jeff Hardy's the luckiest SOB in professional wrestling. Not only did this man lie to the WWF to get his first tryout match where he was underage to even get in the building, okay? He comes from a world of backyard wrestling shenanigans. So you put that on top of it. Then you put his whole career. Yeah, he won titles. He was so, charismatic, enigma. But he had so many devastating turns and twists and suspensions and other things that have come up. The dude is just lucky, once again, kind of to take away from Guido, lucky to be alive. So, no, man, he's the luckiest professional wrestler of all time, in my opinion. There's nobody like Matt Hardy. I don't care what you say, Austin, was the better Hardy, will always be the better Hardy. He carried TNA for a while on his back with the broken gimmick. Jeff's just a joke.
They both suck. What do you mean?
I mean, no, I can't say that. I like that.
I can. I will.
Yeah, wow. So,
there is a worse version of the Hardys.
Ruby?
The Young Bucks.
The Young Bucks.
Hold on a second.
The Young Bucks.
Wait a minute. Dude.
They are the Hardy. They are the Temu Hardy boys, and you can't argue with me on that.
Oh no,
you? Oh, sorry.
I love this guy. I mean, I got another word for them. They're called the Young. Starts with an F instead of the B. That's what I call them.
There you go.
That is what we call them.
Especially with what they've got going on nowadays. I'm trying to figure out.
I actually like this.
I'm sorry, but they look like what would have happened if Scarface was directed by John Waters. I mean, seriously.
Wow,
They look like two orphans, and somebody felt sorry for them and gave them a job.
Wow.
What were you going to say, Ruby?
I was going to say, the Young Bucks, it's interesting to hear how we're all collaborating and our reasons for why people are lucky. And what I've geared for as far as luckiest careers, as far as, at least for me, it's like, charisma, work ethic, what they do for work and all this other stuff, and having skill to carry you through a match, skill carry you through a promo, whatever, that I think I was just one of the work ethical side, and that's how I kind of targeted more. But this one should blow everybody. You'll not see this coming on my number one, and it's been so forgotten about, it's not even funny. But here's my number one right here. Mike Adamle.
That dude was so bad.
This guy had only gotten a job because he was so desperate for work, couldn't get on with ESPN, freaking went to Vince and said, "Hey, I'm looking to get like an announcing job." He had no clue what the hell this business was about, and they took him off the mic. Literally, I've got to find the episode where Taz actually got up from the announced position during still one of their live shows and left because he couldn't handle trying to toss back and forth between Mike Adamle. And then if it was not bad enough, this guy got the position of Raw general manager which was probably the most painful thing to usually see in a role ever in my freaking life. This
Such a
guy,
robot.
this guy is a choir boys at a chalkboard scraping all their nails down at the same time. That's how bad this guy is. I mean, if you can pay like 20 hands going down the chalkboard at the same time, all nails. That's what you get when you're watching here Mike Adamle in WWE.
That's funny.
So his days of American Gladiators were lucky at best. And he could not carry a torch in WWE. And thank God he did not have a career long. In fact, I don't know where even Mike Adamle is today, much less do I freaking care. But as long as it's not near a wrestling ring, I think we're all safe and sound. So that's my reason. I had to rage. I'm like, I got to think somebody who's just been forgotten is just so terrible that just it's horrible. And I'm just so glad that our list here are so dynamic for different reasons and how we've gotten to where we are right now. But take off the screen. You've had your freaking 15 minutes long enough, bud.
So he looked like he hit something right before he came out.
Yeah, it's called a pipe. Anyway.
Wait. Hit it or should have been hit with it? I'm trying to figure it out.
Him and Jeff both.
One has residue, one does not. So
3 words, Jamaican me crazy.
Oh my God. Man. But no, that's my list here with that's all of our list.
Zmiz, if we either when we get back to the commentary desk and I ever start to sound like Mike Adamle, punch me in the face.
Respectfully, I will.
Well, I mean, you already got a ball tag coming, so.
You already got a ball tag coming, so I mean, you're going to get it no matter what.
I don't know. I might take that away now that he threw Becky as number 1.
Yeah, I love that.
Hey, I'm equal opportunity, you know. I'll pick apart my favorites too. But as far as people lucky to have 2 careers in wrestling, I think there's someone else I would say has been very lucky to have a career in wrestling.
Yeah.
You?
Agreed.
Yeah. I mean,
this guy.
Yeah.
Get to work with him on a regular basis. Getting to meet great people like you, Austin, you, Ruby.
I mean, we talk. I'm definitely lucky to get in because it's like I know that it's been like a lifelong dream of mine to be involved in it, and here it is. It's like almost 28 years later. Is when I got my first start, and started going to wrestling school for that. So,
Dave, you mentioning that. Good thing GQ ain't on here because we know what he would do to you.
Yeah, I know what he would do, and thank God we're not bringing that up this week. You're not breaking into the board to pull it up either. And Zmiz, I swear to God, don't you even think about doing it. That's fine. Yeah. hey, is that GQ in the back?
That's messed up.
Here's some notables that I didn't make my list here. I just want to get your opinions real quick. Brutus Bumper Beefcake?
100% yes.
Favor hire.
Favor hire, right?
For hanging and banging. Yeah, I said
it. Let's see. How about another one here?
Oh, yes. That was another one. Lex Luger, yeah.
Lex Luger?
Damn.
That was another one? Oh, shit. And how many? I think I just have one more on this side. I think
I had an honorable mention too.
Yeah, I got a couple too.
Yeah. But let's see. I'll do my last one, and then we'll go through the honorable mention.
Why does his hair look like a damn chia pet?
It was the 90s. You could do that sort of thing.
And here's my last honorable mention. Brock, come at me, bro. I don't care.
Whoa.
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa. I mean, I kind of agree.
No, she was
Skeletor
lucky. She
Sable.
had no. She was lucky for the two things below her neck because there was nothing above it.
Oh my!
Yeah.
I think she's smarter than you think. Look where you sit. Look where she was.
Better at no. She's probably better at a few things than I am. That's why I said that out loud, didn't I? My apologies.
So my honorable mention is the one and only, the great legend himself, and yes, a legend himself, but Mick Foley.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, mine, even though he's one of the most popular people of all time, I still say he sucks in the ring. John Cena.
Yeah. I mean, he carries himself a bit, but yeah, I mean, but he's.
Oh, I
no,
think he's lucky. Lucky to get away from Nikki Bella.
Whoa, yeah.
Hey, 620 or something.
Six. Okay, we're now at 6,820. All right.
The one thing he was smart about though was having him sign that that contract saying you ain't getting any of my money. I'll give him that.
Right. Anybody else had any? Guido, you had an honorable mention, didn't you?
I have a couple, and honestly, I think this is where my hate mail is really going to go. Because ironically, these are two of the top stars, two top stars in the history of the business. My first is Triple H.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. Is it the whole boss's daughter situation, or
No, it's the whole Jean-Paul Levesque and WCW situation.
Man's got a point there.
How he suffered through that gimmick only to have somebody say, "I got to hire this guy for my company." And
terrorizing wasn't enough.
And going back to another WCW cast off that, I don't know how many people heard of this guy, but I heard he did great things. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Interesting. That was hard for me to even wrap my head around. Like, I'm going to give you hate right now on that one. Like, Stone Cold was the shit back in WCW when he was stunning Steve Austin. Don't even.
No,
you can't.
But the thing, okay, no.
No.
Nobody would get out of his way.
So he did like.
I totally agree. Austin, got to the top because of his talent, but it's also but you also have to think people kept getting in his way.
You're right. You're right.
The Horseman, Eric Bischoff, even Vince. Two words: the Ringmaster.
Yeah, that was stupid. Yeah, I agree.
You're right. I can't.
Right. To go from that to being literally the highest grossing wrestler in the business.
Just the thought and like trying to think and like break down like one of the greats like that, like a guy that busted his ass to become flipping awesome and had spurts of being awesome before then, like. Because I'm sorry, Stunning Steve Austin was the bomb. There's a reason I have his action figure up in my upstairs, man. When he's holding the NWA, WCW, the US title. Yeah. Or was it the TV title? No, it was the US. I was right.
No, it was the television.
It was the television? Yeah, it was the television.
Yeah. But, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's...
Yeah, the US title, too.
Yeah.
He had them both, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I actually have some of his early stuff in the USWA, where I think I might actually have his first match, which was versus the Punisher, who became another legend of the business, The Undertaker. That's the thing. You could tell he's going to be good in the business. How good, you had no idea. But like I said, all those people getting in his way, he easily could have been disheartened and said, "Fuck it." I'm sorry. Excuse me. Screw it.
They sliver.
First time all night. First time all night. It's all right.
And say, you know what? Screw this. I quit. Apparently, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
But by the grace of God, making a bet on himself and having a British wife to hand him a cup of tea became the became, like I said, the top drawing talent in wrestling.
Dave,
Ruby, this was a great idea. I
Yeah.
like this. Like this.
Yeah.
I got a request. If you guys do not have a guest the week after WrestleMania, we got to have us four and GQ back.
Yeah. Well, we're
That-
going to be. Well, that's one thing I wanted to bring up some things here because, we're still working on for a couple guests to wrap up the month of March, and then April. So right after night 2 on April 7th of WrestleMania, we're going to come back after the show goes off the air. We'll be coming on live to do a recap of the WrestleMania card from nights 1 and 2, highs and lows, and then we're going to be targeting on some guests here leading up to the SICW Fan Fest that's going to be happening on May 17th and 18th. We're going to be lining up some guests. Confirmed guests so far that will be coming back is the current SICW Classic Champion, the Big Texan. And then also Herb Simmons will be making a stop for 2024.
I can't wait to sit down with Big Texan. I like that guy.
So Big Texan, and once again, if you guys are watching Big Texan along with Bobby D and of course Nasty Nate, they host the Squared Ring podcast. They usually release new episodes every week around Friday.
Great dudes.
Yeah. So good, and they actually had a good episode that released last week. So go follow them, Squared Ring Podcast. And of course, we feature them at our ending credits. And then also, guys, here real quick, I want to remind you that Falls Count Everywhere is going on the road to Naples as well. So here we go. So this is Inhumane Championship Wrestling on Saturday, April 13th. In Corning, Arkansas, the Ainley Community Center, where Buff Bagwell will be there. Also, the Bad Street Beauty, Miranda Gordy, and we will be there in attendance. And more than likely, I will be in action in the ring. So,
his dark side of the ring must
I got like a trapper keeper full of like open contracts for like different companies. So I just like throw them out there. You know,
You're kind of showing your age there, saying they're in a trapper keeper.
I know. That's what. Hey, nothing like it, man. I'm an '80s kid, man. I had trapper keepers going to school. So,
hey, you're preaching to the choir here, brother. I mean, they worked.
Man, there was nothing like a trapper keeper, man. To get all your folders and all your paper, dude, that was the best. Having that trapper keeper, bro. So, yeah. So that's Saturday, April 13th. The Falls Count Everywhere podcast. We're gonna hopefully, if we get a good video or internet stream, we will probably be maybe doing a quick show, maybe right before the card starts, kind of do some recaps. Maybe we'll try to see about maybe getting some of the guys that are going to be on the show. So we might do maybe like a mobile broadcast shortly before the card starts. There's a lot of ideas we're tossing up for this, but we will definitely be down here in Corning, Arkansas, Saturday, April 13th. And so that, and of course, there's going to be some other shows around here that we're going to be bringing up here next week. So
we need to talk to Buff because that's one step closer to that New Year's resolution I put out there a while back.
Yes, I know. That's right. That's right. So isn't it a good thing you're hitting this trip, Zmiz?
Oh
yeah, you're hitting this trip because you never know. Get in touch with Buff, man. You just never know. Maybe we might even if it's just like we have to sponsor to do to get DDP to do a cameo for you.
Bro, that'd be awesome.
There you go. When's your birthday again?
Right. October 8th.
Yeah. Well, man, no, I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you, this was a very, very interesting and very good episode, I believe. And sorry that GQ missed it because I would have loved to hear his list, even though probably half of it would have been probably annoying, but And I can say that because
he would have pulled out some of the most random BS.
You mean like my rock and roll Rick Ruby picture every freaking week on the damn show?
Hey, you said it first. I didn't say it.
Yeah. Hey, GQ, I know you're not here, but just for you, buddy.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
So there you go. But no, But we got. If you missed any part of the show, make sure you're watching it. Make sure once again Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at Falls Count everywhere, and on X at FCE Podcast, where we broadcast live every single week here for you guys. And once again, I want to thank the Guido for joining us. Of course, also the host of the Guido Goes Off. Is that your you do have a
That
YouTube
is my
channel?
my YouTube channel. The Guido Goes Off, all one word. And there's probably a good chance if there's a show going on in the St. Louis area, you might see me on commentary.
There you go.
You did mention the IWA Rumble. I will actually be on hand for that. So,
okay.
Looking forward.
So you'll looking to see history being made down in IWA.
Exactly, a new IWA Productions heavyweight champion.
And I don't say this enough because I've been there a couple times along with being down at the shows, and I've actually what's next to it is the ringside buffet where you can get advanced tickets. But what a great restaurant that is. So
if you go there, I can highly recommend the pulled pork. They
just got
I'm not kidding.
Stuff.
It's delicious.
Yeah, they have whoever and I know the family that runs the restaurant also has a lot to do with the promotion and great food, great service, and great people. So I still say that to this day. I haven't been down there in ages, but yeah.
What, 92?
Not that far back, bro.
Hey, dude!
Not that far back. Good Lord.
Dave, give me credit. I haven't hardly made a joke all night compared to what I normally do.
Yeah, I know. It's been about a couple years, but or at least a few years, I think. I think I was down there for a TV taping when I had to defend the United States title for WPW. We had to take the whole finding a building to do since we had to endure the whole COVID crap. So, God forbid. But Austin, We Talk Wrestling, you'll probably post some interesting stuff on there. Remember, guys, We Talk Wrestling is your greatest community to have to talk wrestling, and we just have fun talking about it. I'm just right now. I just have to take their word for it because, I just have to do this again. Sorry, I need to get reinstated because my Facebook account is suspended for some bull crap, and I can't talk to Meta.
He ain't getting out.
Come on, Zuck, get on it.
Yeah, come on, Meta.
Free Ruby, free Ruby, free Ruby.
That's right. I've even joined. I've even got a Meta subscription through Instagram to show my ID. So I made it verified, and then I went here to make a plea that whatever that username or that profile was is not me. So I had to ship my ID, had to ship them tons. I had to ship them.
Ruby has a blue check mark on his Instagram, guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I made it verified. Lifetime STL. That's what I've always been, is Lifetime STL. But if things have got to get fixed sooner, if not, so I'm going to have to create a new one, and I'm going to have to be really, really disappointed because that's a 14.5-year account that I've got a lot of memories, people that are no longer here, and it just hurts and sucks. I can't see it. So, but
well, Ruby, I mean, with it being St. Patrick's Day, I just thought of a hell of an idea. Get you a green card.
Okay. Holy cow.
God dang it,
We're done. Can't follow that.
I know. I'm not doing anything else for that. So, guys, we appreciate you here for hanging out for episode number 139. I got some things to tidy up in the green room here with the guest after we go off the air. But we appreciate you all for hanging out here tonight. If would any part of the show, go back and watch it. It's been a great entire episode, some great conversation. Once again, I thank you to the Guido representing IEW and NGW, and also the host of The Guido Goes Off, Austin Cage here from We Talk Wrestling. And, of course, my buddy, Zmiz, bringing the greatness as always, buddy. We appreciate you. I am Rough Cut Rick Ruby. We thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next week for episode number 140. And until then, we'll see you next Sunday, 9 p.m. Central Time, coming at you live. Have a great
Thank you,
week,
gentlemen.
guys, and we'll see you then.
Deuce.
Thanks again for tuning into tonight's episode of the Falls Counts Everywhere podcast. Don't forget our friends at the following: Keeping It Cool with Tyler Cooley, the Squared Ring podcast, and We Talk Wrestling. The Falls Counts Everywhere podcast is an LTX Enterprises production.